I am a Hope Mom. I am a part of a group that I never wanted to be part of. It's because I know the loss of a child.
Hope Mommies has allowed me to meet incredible women who are broken just as I, but have learned to use their brokenness to glorify God and to find peace and hope.
Hope Mommies has guided me to a path of healing and to a path of hope, and Hope Mommies has guided me to letting the hope of Christ fill the hole that I have in my heart for my son. On Hayes' first birthday, I received a hope box from a friend's wife, and as I was pulling items out of that box, out of this hope box, just a feeling of love overwhelmed me, and a feeling of belonging and a feeling of healing started to just overwhelm me, knowing that another mom who had grieved and was probably still grieving had prayed over the items in this box and had prayed over me. Most importantly, and spoken my son's name, just brought so much comfort to me in those moments. And
so for me, Hope Mommies has been an organization that truly pointed me back towards truth when inevitable questioning, doubt, fears, anger, when I wanted to say, where is God's goodness? One of the things in my grieving journey has been me saying, God, show me your goodness. I am in a pit and don't see it. And again, it's been through Hope Mommies, whether my Hope group or my Hope group leader.
I was so fortunate to come across Hope Mommies and to see that there is a group of women that are doing that are seeking out these other moms that have gone through this, to point them back to the Lord, to show them that they aren't alone in their grief, and that God is near. Because that's so hard to remember when you lose a child and you feel like he's abandoned you. But that's what Hope Mommies is for. It's hope. I think before I found Hope Mommies, I just thought I was a lost mom. That was my term for it. That's all I'd ever heard. And now I can't help but just smile when I think about having just that terminology, Hope Mommies, because it reminds me every time that my hope isn't here, that my hope is with the Lord, and that one day I'm going to see my daughter again. That's why I love Hope Mommies, is that there's always somebody there, and there are resources to point you back to those truths, because in your grief and your suffering, it's so much easier to believe the lies.
A special moment that I had that Hope Mommies offered to me was the balloon release. It was a thing that I've always wanted to do for my daughter, but never had the opportunity to. And we were all given a balloon, and we wrote our child's name on the balloon and a message. On the last day, we were able to release the balloon, and my balloon was lagging behind a little bit, and I was afraid at one moment that it wasn't going to take flight, but eventually it lifted in the air and soared very high. And I liken this to my grief journey. When I first lost my daughter, it was very hard, and I didn't know how I was going to be able to keep on going. But with the support of family and friends and this foundation, I was able to catch some wind and keep on going. And And one thing that I feel like Hope Mommies encourages us is to grow in the Lord and to seek Him and find hope in the fact that one day we will be united with our loved ones.